It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It's Friday.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, we'd have a better whoop whoop than that.
Whoop, whoop.
There you go.
It's Friday.
Friday, October 19th.
Another cool morning.
2018, 7 a.m. There you go.
A little chillier this morning, though. I like that.
Really?
It seemed like it to me.
Yeah. I didn't even wear my jacket today. I just came in short sleeves, feeling good.
Unprepared is what you're saying.
I feel it's warm in here. The studio's warm this morning.
Well, yeah, we got a heater in here.
Yeah, like a million BTU. Yeah, it works well. Anyway, good morning. Welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis, who's our director and engineer and sound guy and
Whoop, whoop.
button
Whoop, whoop
presser.
guy.
Whoop, whoop guy. The trumpeteer. Don't forget about that
Trumpeteer,
trumpet.
yeah.
Al Hurt, move over. Here he comes.
Yep, yep. I can play an air
Scooter
trumpet
will be
with
playing
the
his
best.
trumpet in New Orleans over the weekend.
Yeah, right.
Bourbon Street, right?
Scaring people off.
Well, good morning, everybody. Yes, it's Friday. I think we got some rain on the way. We'll get to the weather here in a bit, and it's just going to be a good, fun weekend. I think we got some nice weather for
The
Saturday.
weather needs to push through. We got a football game tonight.
You guys, you've aggravated somebody upstairs. I mean, every Friday night you have to deal with rain. Maybe I have to put you in the morning prayer next season.
I'm not feeling the love here.
Hey, we're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. You need to do the same 3 locations to serve you, as you heard in the introduction. In fact, I've got some nice mugs here. Somebody wants to come down and have some coffee, grab one of these nice Brewed Awakening mugs and enjoy some Brewed Awakening coffee this morning. Got a pretty good pot going on
We got
there.
coffee maximum strength.
There we go. Dan Hall's going to go dip his beak in some of that good stuff. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Stop by. Come on down. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive. Where's Commerce Drive? If you know where Pizza Hut is and Pizza Inn, go north. We're about just across from Market.
Next to the meat shop.
Right next to the
Everybody
meat
knows
shop.
where the meat shop
Oh,
is.
yeah. Yeah, there's a road that divides us right there, but other than that, we're right next to the meat shop. But Brewed Awakening Coffee, best coffee in town. Not drinking Brewed Awakening, just drinking muddy water. Right?
Oh, no, I don't have coffee. I actually went to McDonald's and got us
Ooh,
some
those biscuits
biscuits
were
this
good.
morning, so I got me my own little caffeine.
There you go. Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. When the need arises, that service for your loved one, Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas. And we talk about it every day, how they exemplify their professionalism, their dignity, respect, and just their customer service is just overwhelming. I had Brad here a couple months ago, excuse me, and top notch. I mean, it just about all I can say. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, across the state of Arkansas. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, in your holy scripture, Ecclesiastes 12:13, we find these words. Now all has been heard. Here is the conclusion of this matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the duty of all mankind. So, Lord, are we deaf? Are we illiterate? For centuries we have heard these words and commandments, yet we ignore and disobey. Why is it that mankind has such a strong self-will and to be bullheaded enough to ignore God? In a bit more than 2 months, we'll celebrate the birth of the Messiah, Jesus Christ, the one true Savior and God. And I pray that more people will turn to you and obey your words this holiday season. That's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bringing morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. Right?
You got it.
All right.
And now, dun, dun, dun.
Oh,
my God,
God.
it went flat. We're going to have to get Dan Hall to do a trumpet.
Where's the WD-40? That one needs.
Dun, dun,
We need to lubricate that trumpet. Woohoo, boy.
That was terrible.
Really?
We got Dan Hall coming on here in a little bit. We're going to see how he does on the trumpet.
Oh, he's a good trumpet player.
He's laughing.
Morning weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Ooh, I had the pot pie yesterday for lunch. Oh.
That's hard to beat.
Oh.
I told you, and I'm not a pot pie fan, and I can eat her pot pies.
You know, I like them. But of course, you get
her.
the 95-cent ones at the grocery store, and they're okay. But man alive, this is that homemade biscuit-based chicken pot pie. Oh, Scooter.
You're not going to buy this in the frozen section at the store. No. I mean, come on.
Oh, my goodness. What a lunch.
And you know what today is?
Friday.
Which is?
Ham and beans.
How would you not know? Steak day.
Steak day.
It's steak day. Friday mornings are steak. You get a marinated sirloin steak, eggs, hash brown, biscuit, gravy, toast, all for $8.88. You cannot beat it. And then for lunch, we have got two specials you can choose from. You can get the ham and beans, or you can get an open-faced turkey breast.
Oh, that's another good one. Both of them. Yeah.
Both of them come with two sides, roller cornbread for $6.88.
Can't beat it. Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Wow. They bring you the weather each and every day. Right now, we're looking at 47 degrees already in Mountain Home. We've got 49 in Harrison, 42 at Hardy. Mountain View checks in at 45, same at Yellville and Marshall, 47 in Calico Rock, St. Louis at 45. Poplar Bluff's a little bit cooler. They're at 39, while Branson's at 48, West Plains at 46, and 45 in Watford City.
Well, they warmed
North
up
Dakota.
a little bit.
They're 2 degrees within us here. Wow.
They're warmer in Poplar Bluff.
Yep. Yep, the Bluff is 39 compared to 45. Wow. Yeah, let's see if Weather Nation shows any warnings here. They've got, of course, fire weather alerts in Los Angeles, Palm Springs, down to San Diego. Duh. I'm just, I don't know what it is about fire in California. If they allow them to cut that brush out there, they might not have such a mess. Anyway, hit the wrong one. I need the radar. There we are. Let me refresh that real quick, Scooter. Hang on.
Go ahead.
Yep. All right, on the radar, you can see shower activity in Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, northwest Illinois, west central Illinois. We've got shower activity in southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas, northeast Oklahoma, southwest Kansas, east central Kansas, and into central, northeast Oklahoma, central Texas. And so let's hit that Little Rock stop real quick when we're ready.
Yep.
You can see the shower activity start to enter the northwest part of the state from Fort Smith to Fayetteville all the way up to Branson, Missouri. That affects interstates 40, 49, and Highway 65 right now. Scattered showers being picked up from Pine Bluff to Jonesboro and then all the way over to the Mississippi River. I don't know if that's actually hitting the ground, but it could affect I-40 east from Little Rock towards Memphis and I-55 and 555, Jonesboro into Memphis, and 55 from Blytheville into Memphis. We'll back this up and we'll go into southwest Missouri. That'll pick up part of Tulsa. Now you can see I-44, Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, where the shower activity is just getting into the Springfield area. Most of northwest Arkansas, be Madison, Carroll, Benton, Washington counties over there, getting some light rain right now. And the rain in Missouri stretches from Kansas City to Joplin, all the way back to Coffeyville, Kansas. And of course, northeast Oklahoma. Also see shower activity excuse me, from West Plains back to Branson. Let's see, northwest Plains, that's Highway 63 and maybe Highway 60 towards Springfield will be affected there, along with I-44 once you get to Springfield. And Interstate 70 there from Kansas City to near Marshall and Sedalia. St. Louis stopped a little bit in St. Louis showing up there, just scattered showers around the metro area in St. Louis. Nothing real significant yet, and I'm sure it'll move that way. I-44 Rolla, St. Louis, and I-70 Columbia into St. Louis looks pretty good. 64 east from East St. Louis, Illinois to Mount Vernon in pretty good shape, while I-70 from St. Louis, Vandalia, Effingham in pretty good shape with showers around the Quincy, just east of Quincy, south of Peoria, and just to the west-southwest of Springfield, Illinois. I want to hit that Oklahoma City radar. That's where most of the rain is coming from. Maybe that'll show us a little bit more of a broader picture. You can see basically the backside of the rain from Oklahoma City to McAllister, Oklahoma, back into the southeast parts of Kansas, the Fayetteville area, the Branson area, the Springfield area. So there's a pretty good line of rain coming this way. Can I put that in motion? Got a minute to put it in motion? Okay,
go
stand
right ahead.
Here we go. You can see the movement here. Pretty good east-northeast movement there. I don't know how much of that's going to affect us. I mean, we're still looking at 2 to 3 counties west of Baxter County, and so.
Oh, it's Friday. It'll hit us. It's Friday.
It'll wait till the time you start plugging in cameras to it. Have you had a dry Friday yet?
Yeah, we actually have.
That Yellville.
The Mountain View one was dry.
Yeah.
And when we've had some dry ones, it's just in between.
Yeah.
But there's always a risk.
Oh, yeah. Always that risk. Anyway, showers extend, as the showers develop in Texas, we actually have some showers on the Texas-Mexico border and, of course, down in the Gulf of Mexico. And as that moisture content comes in, it sucks it up out of the Gulf. It turns into rain. We could have a rainy day most of the day. On and off, we should say. So let's take a look at the 7-day forecast for today. 80% chance of showers throughout the day, 40% chance tonight. Then tomorrow, becoming sunny with a high of 65. Saturday night, a low of 35, and then Sunday, a high of 56. Sunday night, a low of 36. Mostly sunny on Monday with a high of 60. Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high of 64. Some very nice weather coming our way from the Arkansas Forestry Commission. No burn bans in any of the 75 counties of Arkansas. The wildfire danger remains low. Still means we have to be careful, and probably wouldn't hurt to get permission when you do some outside burning from your local fire departments or your local authorities there. Prescribed burns, I see nothing right now on the map. The drought monitor is greatly improved. They updated this yesterday between 7 and 8 hour time. It's an 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time refresh. Of course, they take their sweet time about it. But just northwest Arkansas with a D0, abnormally dry with a hint of a D2, a D1 in extreme Benton County. And we get down to southern Arkansas. Look at that in southern Arkansas. That looks really good right here in Lafayette County, a little bit in Columbia, and that should be Union County there. So Arkansas doing pretty good on that drought monitor right now. State of Missouri is greatly improved too. All of the red is gone. We have some abnormally dry in the northern part of the state, then south Missouri River. We have a D1 to a D0 type of drought. Nothing real exceptional right now. And they'll be getting some more rain. That's going to be greatly improved throughout the week, too, with this rain moving in to the southwest part of Missouri.
Good to see them bouncing back.
And so they've had a rough season up there, especially this area right in here in Platte County, Kansas City, Missouri. So it's good to see the rain come through. Morning weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. If you've not been to Old Time Restaurant, you need to get down there.
You're missing out.
Yeah, it's breakfast. This time tomorrow, I'll be hogging some breakfast. Chugging it down. I love the breakfast. Every Saturday.
Yeah, you're up there about every Saturday, aren't you?
Yep. Me and Brad get down there. When Caleb's in town, we go down there. Any of my boys go down there about 7:30. A lot of fun. It's just, you get down there on the square. I love the farmer's market.
Yeah.
Just that atmosphere. You've got some great food, great friends. You got people that come in. Just about everybody walks in the restaurant.
That's what it's all about. It's just about going in and forgetting about your day-by-day stuff you're dealing with and just go in, relax, have a good meal, hang out.
Have some fun.
Yep.
All right. Community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing, 741-2883.
Get your glasses on.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry I didn't have time to print it. This one was just sent to me right before we went on air. I couldn't even have time to print it, so he's going to have to read it off my phone.
A ceremony will be held at the Veterans of Foreign Wars Hall, the VFW, on the 20th of October for two gentlemen, both nearing 100 years old, who will be receiving awards and medals that have been lost when they were discharged from the Army after World War II. A police escort is planned. The Patriot Guard riders will bring them up to the post. The ROTC cadets will also be there with honors. The ladies with the quilts of honor will be present, just to name a few, and come out to honor their birthdays. The ceremony starts at 1:30, but be at the VFW Hall at 7th Street a little bit earlier than that to see the festivities and help welcome them. For further information, call Ronnie Young at 870-656-6068.
Tomorrow is the Youth Center's Trunk or Treat.
Fun.
Be going on tomorrow the 20th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. You don't want to miss this. They put so much into it. They got a costume contest. They've got pumpkin carving, a haunted trail.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Your phone's going crazy. I don't know how to respond to that either. Thank you,
All
ma'am.
I did was set the phone down.
They got
or set the coffee cup down.
A haunted trail. They got hay rides. They got games. There's so much going on over there. But it'll be at the Youth Center there at Cooper Park, 6 to 9 tomorrow evening. And it'll just be a lot of fun.
The library will host a pumpkin carving event on Saturday, October 27th from 2 to 3 at the Donald W. Reynolds Library. Serving Baxter County families, they need to bring your own pumpkin. The pumpkin carving tools will be provided. Refreshments served. Space is limited for the event and registration is required. Register online at www.baxlib.org or call 870-580-0987. All children's programs are provided at no charge as a service of the Baxter County Library through generous donations and sponsorships. Children of all abilities are encouraged to participate.
Awesome. We also got this is a fundraiser. It's an intro to self-defense class as a fundraiser. I think that's pretty cool. But it's help raise money for the high school bomber wrestling team. It will be tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the high school gym. And it's $20, and it's an introductory class, fundamental of self-defense techniques taught by Impact Martial Arts. Please wear athletic clothing that is tight, not real loose clothing, and instructions will be kind of at a slower pace, at your pace. So it'll be a lot of fun. It's a good fundraiser, so encourage everybody to be there.
And it's 7:15, so we better take a break.
All right.
Community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing, 870-741-2883. We're going to be right back.
It's that time of year again. Time to take a hard look at your Medicare health plan. If you're looking for a new plan or looking to renew your existing plan, now's the time to renew all your options. At Bacco Insurance, we'll sit down with you and show you all the new choices and options, including $0 premium plans with low copays and dental, vision, and hearing benefits. Let us help take the confusion out of selecting a plan and find one catered to your needs. Contact Bacco Insurance today, located at 351 East 9th Street, Suite B in Mountain Home.
Come on down to In the Company of Dogs, where your dog will be treated like family. We offer professional service with over 30 years experience for all your grooming and obedience needs. Away from home during the day and your dog is left home alone? No problem. We also offer doggy daycare. You can be assured that your dog will be comfortable at all times, and we never use any harsh corrections. We're located in the College Shopping Plaza in Mountain Home next to the Dollar General, or give us a call at 870-232-1784. It's a great day in the company of dogs.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support, and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Neema's Pizza Mic check, womp womp.
I'm not even sure I wanted to come out of break. I was scared to.
Well, they're drinking my coffee. What do you expect?
Don't be scared.
That's what's wrong. That's
Dad
what's
and
wrong.
Charlie are here,
They got
and
some of
so
your coffee.
we're going to be talking some Veterans Affairs. What do you know about the PSA that I just read about the gentleman from World? Can you pull that back up? What do you know about that at VFW?
Well, I know one of them's 100 years old, and one of them's like 97, and one of them was having a birthday and didn't know that he was going to be getting all these medals awarded. That was supposed to be a surprise.
Oops.
But
I hope he's still asleep and not tuned in.
I don't think he's up yet. But that's going to be at like 1:15. They're going to escort him in with the Thunder Riders, you know.
Yeah.
Well, if you know him, tell him not to watch TV.
Well, and then, of course, that's tomorrow, and tomorrow evening we've got the dinner, and Lieutenant Governor's going to be here, speaker.
Yep.
I've got arrangements to meet with him on another issue. Sunday at VFW, 7:30 to 11 is pancake breakfast. So if you're out and about after church or before church, go by there.
That's 7:30 at VFW Hall?
VFW Hall.
Up at 7:30.
They have eggs.
Yeah. They call it a pancake breakfast, but they'll have
They do
eggs.
have eggs.
See, I knew you brought him for a reason. He speaks up. See, that's a good thing. They got eggs.
The 8th over at the high school is Bud Zorman's annual Freedom is Not Free.
November 8th.
November 8th. I think that's at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's really good.
And he's done this for several years, and the ROTC students do a really good job. I believe Tim Griffin is also going to be the speaker there. And Bud asked me to let everybody know he wants to have 100 veterans there this year to honor. That 81 showed up last year.
Need 19 more.
If you're a veteran, we need 19 more of you to show up and be honored. That's at 9 in the morning, and then at 1 o'clock in the afternoon is over at the shed, Heroes and Legends again.
Mm-hmm.
Now this year they're doing it a little bit different. You know, Colonel Mary Walker had been involved in this for the last several years and really went all out to get really good entertainment. This year they decided to split it into 2 sessions, 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock, so you can get meal and then the show. Because a lot of people can't drive at night or for whatever. Those that can come at 6 o'clock. So that's then the 10th is the 243rd birthday of the United States Marine Corps.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have our dinner at the VFW that evening. You know, they were started in a tavern, in Tunn's Tavern in 1775. I've always wondered how that worked. A bunch of guys sitting around drinking beer. Let's start a Marine Corps and go kick some butt, you know. I wasn't there, but
So
always wondered how that worked.
Marines drink beer, do they?
And
Looks
then
like Veterans Day's on Sunday this year.
The 11th on the square. We normally do the Veterans Day, which used to be Armistice Day, 11/11 at 11 o'clock. Since it's on a Sunday, they're going to do it at 1 o'clock, so people coming from church can get there. That's on the square. So that kind of brings us up to the things that I know of that are happening within the next few weeks. We just had our 14th annual Veterans Appreciation and Outreach Cookout at Hickory Park Saturday before last. It was actually the 6th. Charlie didn't make it. He was at a wedding out of town.
Mm-hmm.
But since we started the auxiliary and have all the assistants out there with the debt working, I just really have to thank this community. Baxter County and Mountain Home just went all out. We've actually outgrown Hickory Park now.
Yeah, I bet.
That's a
we
good
fed
problem.
almost 400 people.
Oh, wow.
Veterans and their families. We had Dr. Margie Scott, who's the director of Central Arkansas Veterans Healthcare System, here, and I gave her an award for all the help that she's given us in coordinating some things and improving the system. We had another award given to Tammy Dobler, who manages the Veterans Clinic here in town. Her work in expanding the services they're going to have, including effective this month, they have a full mental health staff, which leads into our suicide prevention issues. And then, of course, Director Todd, the director of Arkansas Department of Veterans Affairs, was here and helped me give an award to Alicia Granis, our District 3. You know, Alicia's on here with us usually. That lady has done such an outstanding job. In the last few years, the amount of services and so on that are offered to veterans in this community, it's more than doubled, and it's mainly because of the way we reorganized the agency and got away from this one district office in Little Rock, which sort of became almost a stepchild of VA. And when Matt Sneed was appointed to take this organization over, one of the first things he did was decentralize, and we now have 9 districts out in the communities where the people live, and it's been a huge success. And of course that comes down to the people that you hire to do it. Alicia Granis has been outstanding. Her energy has been incredible. As you know, she was here last month with us, and she's one of the administrators of that website. And of course, county judge hired Charles, who's our county veteran service officer, and all of these veteran service officers now are continually trained and updated through Alicia's office. So there's just an awful lot being done.
And I'm glad to see that, let me think of proper words, it's not centralized around Little Rock.
Right.
Alicia brought some guys up from Little Rock, and they said, well, all you need to do is go to Little Rock. Whoa. I don't like going there. It's not an easy drive, and most generally I have like a 8:30 appointment down there. So you have to get up at 4, leave at 5:15, drive like a maniac, hope you don't get a ticket.
Put up go the night before, because I'll put you up in a hotel.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but I'm glad to see what y'all are doing to, I mean,
this is a long process.
And it's amazing. You know, we've had Alicia Granis on here quite a few times, and she can spend a whole hour talking and not even cover everything that's going on and stuff that she's working with and this and that. But what more importantly is when you listen to her, the passion that she has in it. I mean, to her, that drives her to do these things. It's really cool.
Well, we had a couple of years ago, we actually here in this community wrote the original proposal to expand benefits in the community to veterans where they live. And it started out back in 2015 with the Veterans Choice Program, which I've told several times has been poorly named because it really wasn't about choice, it was about access. It was created because veterans were unable to get in to see their primary care physician in a timely manner. So the choice really was you either wait 60 days or you can ask VA to arrange an appointment in some other facility other than VA. But it all went through VA. Well, the first year, they spent a whole lot of money and issued cards to all the veterans, 90% of whom weren't eligible by the very rules of the program to use the cards. There was a lot of confusion in it. By the time they were starting to get some of those bugs out, we were looking at the program coming to an end. And so we wrote right here locally the proposal to create what we called Veterans Administration / private provider partnerships, so that on a permanent basis, certain facilities could be pre-approved under the control of VA so they had a seamless quality care, whether you went to the local CBOC or you went to a private person, but it's still going to be controlled by VA. We sent that in through Arkansas Department of Veterans Affairs to our congressional people. I sent it to DAV National and VA, and that's what ended up essentially the 2018 Veterans Mission Act. The confusion now is, since that passed, a lot of veterans think that, well, tomorrow we'll start going to outside doctors. Not the case. It's going to take a while to implement, because what the Mission Act did was tried to consolidate a lot of programs and authorize the VA to set up these outside approved facilities, but that takes time. So in the meantime, basically the current choice program has been extended. They put $5.2 billion into that to continue the current program. A lot of folks are confused because they think we have a new program. That new program is, I keep telling people, a year or two away.
And I think that funding's through May, isn't it, of next year? May
yeah, they originally funded it through January, then they funded it additionally, and then in the most recent funding, I think it got funded through next year. So it's going to be at least next year. Mm-hmm. So when you look at all these things on the fact sheet that the Mission Act will create, and then the bottom one where it provides for the current Veteran Choice Program, all those things in the top, it's going to take time to create the administrative process.
I got to be devil advocate here. Why does it take that much time?
Because you're dealing with huge bureaucracies. Dr. Scott, one of the things that her and I talked about when she was here on last Saturday, well, actually, as we speak, the new contract is being written for the local Veterans Clinic. That's a contract facility. And some of the things that we've been lobbying for are included now in the new contract, including having the volunteer drivers that drive the vans be able to get their physicals here and not have to go to Little Rock. So that's going to be in the contract.
Well, let me ask you, you served, I mean, you were a Marine. What if you carried out your order from your superior officer in the same time frame that they're carrying out some of this stuff?
Well, this was the whole idea of decentralization of ADVA, and it worked really well. But what I was saying was you have this huge bureaucracy. The people down here at the bottom that serve the veterans want to do the very best they can to help and serve the veterans, but they're constrained by layers and layers of regulations. So you get a new Secretary of Veterans Administration, and they set some ideas in motion that we're going to make this more veteran-centric and less VA-centric. That all sounds good. But between him and the provider down here are layers of bureaucrats that have been there for 30 years, and they've done it this way.
But here's my opinion on this. You served, you were wartime. Troy, were you wartime? Wartime. Okay, both you gentlemen served wartime. You got your honorable discharge, medical discharge, whichever it is, and what's it, DD 214?
Right.
That's the only two pieces you need, in my opinion, to say, look, I'm a veteran, I served, I need to see a doctor. I don't care if you're in Las Vegas, in New York City, in Mount Arkansas, we take care of it.
Oh, but if it was that simple.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's really not. There's about 5 different ways a veteran can be eligible for medical care. But one depends on whether he's retired after 20 years and has TRICARE for life. Another one is if he has a service-connected disability, then he can get into the VA healthcare system.
Step
but
one,
not every veteran is eligible.
You served.
Well, that's
wartime, peacetime, stateside, foreign soil.
That would be nice, and that's part of the problem we have.
Let's grab a break roll here right quick. 7:33, more with the veterans right after this. Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas is your home for national and international award-winning pizza. Nemus Pizza offers artisan-made award-winning pizza with only the freshest and finest of ingredients. Each pizza is made from scratch and hand-tossed at the time you place your order. And also check out their calzone strombolis, an oven-baked folded pizza stuffed with your choice of meat. Sauce can be on the side or included inside at your request. Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas, your home for award-winning pizza.
Life is too short to wear boring clothes. Welcome to Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique, where we carry the latest trends and fashions and accessories at prices anyone can enjoy. Feel beautiful while looking fabulous with a large range of fashions that fits anyone's sense of style. You're sure to discover something unique and new at every visit. Shabby to Chic also features 12 professional stylists, aesthetics by Amy J, a nail technician, and 4 tanning beds. Excite your style at Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
It's almost 7:37, and we're talking Veterans Affairs today. I do have to ask you guys a quick question. I don't want to get you off on the side rail here. As veterans that have served, what was your thought of the Kavanaugh hearings?
It was the most disgusting circus I've ever seen in my life. This whole idea that somebody can make an accusation with no corroboration at all, you're going to try to penalize somebody in any way. And one of the things that really aggravated me was senators talking about, well, that presumption of innocence only applies in a court of law. That's absurd.
Yeah.
That presumption applies to our daily living, and it goes back to the 9th of the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not bear false witness.
There you go.
And way before we had a judicial system, we dealt with people who created false witness, and if they couldn't prove it, at one time we had duels, and then it went to lawsuits and so on. So this whole idea that that only applies in a court of law, I found disgusting.
But under that same party, they had a senator drive off of a bridge at Chappaquiddick, and that was shoved under the rug.
It was.
Well.
Anyway, and we'll move on. Unless Charlie wants to comment.
Nope. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
What's next?
Charlie, you got some numbers for us?
I do. I had a meeting out in Jonesboro this past Tuesday, and it was the Veterans Commission, headed up by Senator Tom Cotton's dad, actually, is who
Really?
heads that up. Yeah. So anyway, we had that, and they had an update in regard to skilled workforce and economic engine, and if veterans were an industry, they'd be the 4th largest in Arkansas, which is amazing. And just in Baxter County alone, $39.4 million contribute to that. Dollars. $39.4 million.
Where does that money come from?
Military. Retired pay, compensation, pension.
So you mean the Baxter County...
Second career income.
Really?
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons why we push so hard for the military retirees pension to be free of state income tax, because it not only helps the veteran, but it's a huge boost to the economy to have those people retire here instead of in Missouri or Tennessee.
Well, wasn't all of our border states?
Yes. Yeah.
All the way around. I mean, there
right.
was,
we were losing a lot of economics due to veterans that enlisted in Arkansas and ended up, because of the tax plans, could retire cheaper in Missouri or Oklahoma or whatever.
But it's amazing. I mean, and the counties around us, you know. millions of dollars.
So now, right here on the side here at the 3 o'clock position,
right?
Retired pay $550,332,000, and then VA expenditures $2 billion, $2,224,770,000. Is that on a national or state?
That's state.
Well, way back years ago when I was county judge, I used to keep track of a lot of things, and we did a lot of work with economic development. And at that time, as I recall, the economy of the Baxter County area here was $1 billion. 1/3 of it, $300 million, came directly from federal money, either Social Security retirement, Medicare, military retirement, Corps of Engineers. You added up all the different things that the retirement community and all these benefits come in here. Basically $300 million a year.
Veterans contribute a lot, you know, and
Yes,
hiring
they
a veteran, there's actually a kickback, a monetary kickback when you hire a veteran, a disabled veteran. And then veterans get business loans and things like that through the VA.
And you know what's beneficial to the businesses is that military discipline.
Yeah.
That military self-discipline.
Self-discipline and, yeah.
That you can see that, and that is such, what's the word I'm looking for? Such an asset.
Well, yeah, if you're going to hire somebody and you're looking for somebody that can be a team player and understands chain of command and taking orders and being part of an organization, you can't beat hiring a veteran. These are things you don't learn in high school or even college. You learn those in the real world of military service and employment.
Yep, service before self. That's one of the
Wow.
One of the things that we look at. That's
keep going. We're doing fine. What else we got in there?
Well, I got Bird Eye Cemetery. They got an award this past year. The grounds is just, I don't know if anybody knows where Bird Eye's at, but
yeah,
it's just
we brought that up before. It's is that Northeast Arkansas?
Yes. Kind of a little south of Northeast Arkansas. But it is a beautiful cemetery. The grounds are just meticulous. I mean, they really take the time.
That's one of two, isn't it?
Yes, it is. One of two. The other one's at the Arkansas State Veteran Cemetery.
I think we brought some pictures up last time.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep.
And we, here recently, we had a veteran that passed away and no family, no money. And we were able to get a hold of the congressman's office and the senator's office to get his DD 214. I think it's actually a WDAGO order because he was World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And they were able to cremate him and get him placed at a national or state cemetery.
There at Bird Eye?
I think he went to Fayetteville, if I'm not mistaken. But just the things that the VA does for these service members when they pass away, and even, you know, they can't afford something, there's a plan in place, you know.
Disabled American Veterans here locally is again pushing, and we're coming up with a project on the suicide interventions. We've done enough of the education. People know it's a problem, and now it's a matter of coming up with a way to deal with it. We have a proposal that we're going to put forward here very soon. I need about a $20,000 grant to do this for a one-year project. I have a sociologist, a PhD, who is one of our members and our chaplain. He's an ordained minister, and he's willing to put in the time now that he's retired. If we can come up with some of the expenses for the printed materials and mileage and so on. We want to get out to every church out in the outlying areas and all the rural fire departments where the first responders come from, and really hit a training and awareness program to try to make a difference. The suicide issue with veterans is atrocious. There's been a lot of talk about it, a lot of programs to educate and let people know, but not much is done to really deal with it other than the
how do we reach the veterans before it gets to this point?
That's what our idea is, and again, rather than rely on the VA or the federal government to do some huge program and spend billions of dollars, we think we can create a project right here locally in this community where we deal with it locally for very little money, and it involves individuals being involved to go out and make those contacts and find those veterans that are isolating and that aren't part of our veteran service organizations. They're not at the chamber, but they have, most of them have some family or people that are aware of their situation, and they go to church. And so through the VA clergy partnership type of a situation, and then this new project. And I'm going to be talking to Lieutenant Governor tomorrow night on this issue and try to get him to help me sponsor this. We have Dr. Wolford in place who has agreed to do this if we can come up with a grant for some of the expenses. You're talking about mileage and about $1,000 worth of printed materials and so on. And I think we can prove in 1 year that there is a way to deal with this situation.
Now, let me throw this out. Almost every day I take my little dog to the dog park over on Rossi Road, and you'll be surprised how many elderly men, and I'm, you know, I'm talking older than me.
Everybody's older than you.
Hallelujah for that. I'm not an old geezer like some of them. That live alone, and you know the mindset has got to be, what am I worth? Where are my friends? Where's my family? I know probably 4 or 5. Now you put the veteran in there with perhaps some wartime horrors that haunt them.
That's part of it, and part of it is a lot of people aren't aware that law enforcement officers have an extremely high rate of suicide, particularly when they retire. And in both cases, military and retirement, it comes down to the fact that as a police officer or as a NCO in the military, you get up every day, and every decision that you make impacts another human being in some way or another, hopefully positively. And then suddenly you retire, your children that you raised have moved away, maybe you've lost a spouse, either to death or divorce or whatever, and suddenly this person feels completely irrelevant.
Self-worth is diminished.
Who cares what I'm doing today? Where yesterday, every decision I made impacted other people, and today...
And I went through that when I retired.
Really?
Yeah.
You bet.
That feeling of irrelevance is...
When I'm sitting, you know, I normally sit at the first table on the left of the door when we go to Scooter's Restaurant. There's a lot of veterans come in, Old Time Restaurant. And whenever I can catch their attention and shake their hand, you know, I admire these men and women, you know, and to me, it's kind of like, hey, you know, thank you.
Well, one of the things that we keep trying to do with the DA...
Do they feel sometimes lower than the Gopher's basement? So, you know?
Somewhat.
Yeah. Somewhat, yeah. I mean, for a year I did until I got this job. I looked for a job because I went from help managing a squadron to...
Nothing. Well, this is part of the reason the DAV goes out and it really tries to get people involved. Membership in the DAV isn't about what benefits you get necessarily from the organization. It's how you can join to help serve other veterans and really become part of something bigger than yourself.
So we need to grab another break. 7:48 and a half. Be right back.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top-quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
It's that time of year again. Time to take a hard look at your Medicare health plan. If you're looking for a new plan or looking to renew your existing plan, now's the time to renew all your options. At VACO Insurance, we'll sit down with you and show you all the new choices and options, including $0 premium plans with low copays and dental, vision, and hearing benefits. Let us help take the confusion out of selecting a plan and find one catered to your needs. Contact VACO Insurance today, located at 351 East 9th Street, Suite B in Mountain Home.
Come on down.
$7.51, we've added another veteran, Matt Schimmel, who's our sales coordinator here at XL7 TV, and invite him to join the rest of the veterans. It's always good to have some veterans on the show. And so, gentlemen, keep it going. You're doing fine.
And he's an ex-Marine. I appreciate that. So.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we were talking about this suicide initiative. And Scooter on the break brought up an interesting thing. We've done enough of the education and bringing it to people's attention. We all know it's a problem. The question is, how do you deal with it? And you don't deal with it necessarily by creating national programs to throw millions or billions of dollars at something and think that solves the problem. It's a person-to-person issue, and that's the way we're going to try to approach it for very little money here. If I get this small grant in place and we have the people that are going to go out and try to do this, find these veterans that are isolating, bring them in, make them part of our programs, and give them some self-worth and try to deal with these problems before they become crisis level.
Yeah. I mean, look at the knowledge, the experience that we lose when we lose a veteran.
Well, we lose that, and also Charles and I deal with the aftermath. There's always a family member, a surviving spouse that needs help after that, and so that veteran ending his own life, that's not the end of it. There's other people that then we get involved with. The
aftermath continues.
And again, it's a person-to-person thing.
It's hard. It hurts.
Matt, you being younger than all of us, how do you see the suicide rate with the veterans? I mean,
it's definitely a lot higher than it should be, and I think, like Dan said, it needs to take care of the issue. It needs to be more of a small level. The national stuff is great, it brings awareness to it, but if it's not dealt with at a smaller level, nothing's ever going to change. A big thing that I've seen, coming back from deployments and things like that, where guys might have issues with some of the things they may have done while overseas, is kind of getting help for it. It almost has a stigma attached to it.
So is there a guilt?
Some of it's survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
And some of it is other kinds of issues. The whole science of war has its own ins and outs, and
Sure.
of course one of the things, in order to get people, particularly those raised in a Western culture with Judean Christian principles, we value life above everything else. The taking of it is extremely traumatic, not only for the one who is traumatized, but the one who actually inflicts the wound. in order to get past that in warfare, we have always had this way of dehumanizing the enemy, you know, and justifying it. But at some point, that's an issue that many of them have to deal with.
Well, there's a line in Mass, there's a young man in the bed, and he says, Father, I've seen their eyes, I just don't want to kill anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was that close. And of course, this is an actor portrayal, but
Sure.
still, those words, you know, he's talking to the priest. He says, Father, I've killed 3 people. I've seen their eyes. I just don't want to kill anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
That's part of the issue, and then survivor's guilt often comes into it, and then the isolation, sitting around dealing with it, with, you know,
Pushing it back, pushing it down.
yeah, and a lot of
Day-to-day
particularly
life.
Vietnam veterans, when we came back, there was no such thing as the Americans with Disabilities Act, for example. And if you wanted to succeed in life, most ex-Marines, whatever, ended up in school teachers, police officers, firemen, what have you. And at that time, any mention that you might have some psychological issues you need to deal with would preclude employment. And so they ended up, out of necessity, compartmentalizing all of these issues. And they became workaholics, sometimes drug abuse or alcohol abuse, interpersonal relationships, but they kept themselves too busy to think about it or whatever. And then as they get older, they get to retirement age, at some point they have to deal with all this. And that's why we're having so much of a problem with Vietnam veterans today.
Vietnam, World War II, Korean veterans. They just
I like the
came
way-
But if
back.
there was ever a community that could deal with this the way we think it needs to be dealt with on a person-to-person basis, that's Mountain Home, Arkansas. And if we can't do something here, I'll be shocked.
We can get
I
it
like the way you're addressing it, though, where you're talking about a person-to-person
Yeah.
type thing. And I think that's a big problem today, is those personal relationships and those personal contacts. And I think you're seeing in the vets that end up isolating themselves and end up separating themselves. I think we're seeing it in the kids today who are so stuck on the media and the multimedia things, the phones, the Facebook, and this stuff, and getting away from that personal one-on-one, face-to-face contacts, and then you start seeing trouble.
Absolutely.
You know, you start seeing problems in the kids, you start seeing problems in everybody down the line. And it's great to hear that you're saying, hey, our way to fix it's going to have to be back to face-to-face contact. It's going to have to be back at that personal level.
We have resources. You know, the VA has had some ideas. The State Health Department, was Thomas down there, Amanda Thomas, did a program here at Redeemer a couple weeks ago, some good information. And we're going to try to combine both of those ideas. The health department has picked up this QPR. You know, we had so much problem with people dying from heart attacks until we had a lot of people in the community learn CPR. Okay? This is a similar kind of a program. People are afraid of the suicide issue. They don't know what to do or whether intervention might create more problem. And so this GPR or QPR is question and then end up with a response and a referral. And we want to have the people they can be referred to.
What about just a daily phone call?
That's, well, sure. Like I said, 5 soft contacts is the beginning.
You know, this is...
I like that.
It's a good thing we got a minute and a half. I'm getting a lump in my throat here.
It's put some numbers to it. You know, we talk about 22 a day veterans committing suicide.
State or county?
United States.
Throughout the country. Okay. Well, if you do the math, times 365, that's 8,030 military people that we lose every year to suicide. We haven't lost 8,000 military people in combat in 10 years. This is a huge number.
Oh, man.
Unreal.
Yeah.
And, you know, most of that money, all you see is these TV commercials. To learn more about this, call 1-800 blah blah blah. You know, it's
Well, the
about-
veteran too wants to have that. They want to be helped. They have, you know, we can't force them. They have to themselves want that help. You know, we can't force them to go to a counselor. We can't force them to go to the vet center or wherever. So, and just meeting them, soft contact.
And with that, we better say goodbye for the week and hope everybody has a great weekend. Charles and Dan and Matt for
I'll probably see you tomorrow night.
You betcha. I'll be there. Looking forward to that. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
Matt, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir.